Hello, welcome to ACE Online and welcome to Daily Current Affairs Initiative. Okay, so we have a very short news for today. I hope you are following now. Am I able to? Yes. Yeah, so we'll go ahead with the today's current affairs. Before that, we will see what are all the issues for today. Rather than I would say there is no issue here, rather there is a factual things. See, whenever you are doing general studies, there are two things to be remembered. There is a general knowledge in some exams and then general studies in some exams. General knowledge means it will be mostly factual in nature. General studies means there will be some analysis, not just blind fact, but there will be some analysis. You need to understand the reason behind it, right? So we have mostly of factual issues and it will not take too much time. We are trying to trim the sessions, like, it is taking around 1 hour, 15 minutes. We will try to keep short, but yes, if there is an issue based, it may take some time, but trust me, with my experience, I'm telling you, you need to understand the issue rather than just blindly remembering the facts. So whenever we need certain amount of time for any particular article, I'm taking a little bit more time, but if it is not required, we are trimming it, right? So today we have mostly of factual things, so it won't take much time. First one is bird flu. We will see the context why it is there in news. And then regional benches of Supreme Court. Very short article only. The constitutional provisions are important. What is the issue? Why we need, why there is a demand for regional benches, that we will see. Okay. Then ASHA workers. You all know that ASHA workers are very play key important role in the health sector, especially at the local level. So their salaries were not being paid as they deserved. So there was an article in the Hindu mentioning the issues in ASHA workers. So we will see about the ASHA workers. Then Guinea worm disease, which we are going to eliminate in the next coming 1 or 2 years. Of course, India has already eliminated it, but throughout the world, we are going to eliminate them. It was also taken from the Hindu. And then BrahMos missiles, which India has allocated 90,000 crore yesterday, Indian government, to deploy them. Then Durga 2, it is a laser weapon. We will see the details about it. And then Adriatic Sea, this comes in the mapping. So as the context has come, I'll tell you how to do the mapping. Mapping is very, very important, whatever the exams you write. So how to do mapping? Many students will come up with the question. So I'm explaining here. Try to collect or cover the basics of mappings. Basics here means the most important water bodies starting from west, like Panama region, and then Mediterranean Sea, right? The Middle East region, and then Red Sea region, Gulf of Oman, and then South China Sea, Indian Ocean. These are all very basic things that you need to take care. Try to keep a separate notes for it in the white pages. Try to draw yourself the important regions and mark the country surrounding it. It won't take much time also. Even if you could daily spend around 10 to 15 minutes every day, within 10-15 days, you can cover the most important regions. Whenever you are practicing on your own, it is like, your brain will capture it easily rather than just seeing it and forgetting it. If you do it on your own, it will make you to remember for a longer time. Try to cover all the basic things from different continents. Important things, no need to go deeper, what are all the rivers there in the continents, how they are passing. That is not required. You just need to know the basics, very important things. And if there are any geographical things in the news, if some river is there in news, that will become important. The examiners will frame the questions from mapping mostly from the current affairs. There are rivers, there are hills in all the continents, 7 continents, but it is very difficult to remember. Those questions also will not be asked in the exam. Try to do the most important things, and whatever there in news, try to do them more efficiently. So that's how you need to do the mapping. So Adriatic Sea was there related, it is related to the Albania, which was, been as one of the country that has came into India during the Raisina dialogue. So I have taken the Adriatic Sea to make you understand how mapping has to be done. And yes, Adriatic Sea is also important for exams. CBSE open book exam plan. Recently, CBSE Central Board of Secondary Education, they have come that they are going to do the pilot basis of the open book exam. So we will see what is it, and there are 1 or 2 facts. Finally, we will see the practice questions. So these are all the things we are going to see for today. It won't take, like every article is very short one. It's like a general knowledge rather than general studies, I would say. So it won't take much time, but yes, the facts are important for the exam. Recently, the Andhra Pradesh child rights body in Andhra Pradesh have asked all the government schools to stop serving the chicken due to widespread of bird flu in almost most of the districts in Andhra Pradesh. Since last 1 or 2 weeks, there was a spread of bird flu in the state. So that's why we have taken this article. We will see what actually is bird flu, that is relevant for our exam. What is the symptoms, what is the virus, or is it a bacteria or viral disease, those things we will see, right? So context is not very important, but yes, you need to know why it is there in news. Now let's see what actually is a bird flu. It is a avian influenza. Avian means the birds. Influenza is a disease, a small disease, or it is also called as avian influenza. It is a contagious viral disease, viral infection. Contagious means it can spread from one bird to other bird or one person to other person if it is other disease. So contagious means spreading easily from one person or one living being to other living being. So it is such type of disease, and this was first discovered in 1996. First discovered in 1996, and this bird flu is caused by H5N1 virus. So for example, COVID was caused by COVID virus, we have given COVID name. Similarly, this avian influenza or bird flu is caused by H5N1 virus. Very, very important to remember. This was first discovered in 1996. Of course, it is in China, whose people will eat anything, right? So this was first discovered in China. Why this H5N1 name was given? There are two proteins on the virus. One is called as hemagglutinin, and then second one is called as neuraminidase, right? Neuraminidase. So these two are the proteins attached to the virus. You can see here N1, this is a protein, and then one more protein H5. So this is hemagglutinin and neuraminidase. So these two are the proteins attached on the virus, where these two proteins will help the virus to enter into the cell. Our body is made up of cells only. Similarly, all the living beings are made up of cells only. But to cause any disease, this virus should enter into the cell and destroy those cells. Then only the disease will cause in the human body. So these two proteins are allowing the virus to enter into the cells and causing the disease, right? So that's why we have given with H5N1 virus, and this was first discovered in China in 1996. This is a viral disease. So there are some more facts that need to be remembered for our exam. These birds are infected when they contact the excretions or surfaces of already contaminated birds. So if one bird is affected by this virus, and if there is any contact with the excreta or the surfaces that have touched by that bird, it will spread immediately to all the birds. Very contagious. So all the birds immediately will attach with this virus, and then it will kill. Obviously it will kill. Sometimes human cases are also possible from bird to animal. So if you are consuming the chicken without proper boiling and all, yes, there is a possibility that humans may also experience this virus from the birds. But one thing need to be remembered here, till date there is no evidence of human to human spread from bird flu. So it is spreading from birds to humans, but never has caused from human to human. This may be asked in the exam, right? So this is about the H5N1 virus, right? Very simple one. We have just seen the context and then facts related to the bird flu, how it is causing, and whether the possibility of human cases and human to human possibility is there or not, something like that. All the facts related to this we have seen. The virus also you need to remember. What is avian influenza virus? They may ask H3N1, H3N2, something combination they will ask in the exam, right? So this is about the avian influenza, right? So I hope this is clear. Now moving to the next article, regional benches of Supreme Court. So tell me, where is the seat of Supreme Court now? It is in Delhi, the capital of India. So only Supreme Court is working from only Delhi, right? But recently, the Parliament Committee has said that there is already a law commission. The expert has studied that, and they have said that we should establish regional benches of Supreme Court in different cities in India. Now, if someone want to file a case and want to go to the apex court, highest court, they need to reach out to the Delhi. Assume it costs a lot. It is only for the people who have money. But what about the people who are poor, right? So currently there is a constraint. Supreme Court is working only from Delhi, and you all know if there is any violation of fundamental rights, right? If you're any violation of fundamental right, you can directly reach out to the Supreme Court. You no need to go to the regional court, that is the district court or high court. You can directly go to the Supreme Court. That is given by the Article 32, right? Article 32 of Indian Constitution said that if your fundamental right is violated, you can directly go to Supreme Court. No need to go to any sub courts, right? So in such cases, people need to go to Delhi and they need to do lot of expenses. If they are poor, then it is very difficult, right? So they said that regional benches has to be established in different cities in India. That's why we have taken this article. Now, what actually are regional benches? What are regional benches? So it is nothing but Supreme Court is headed by Chief Justice of India. There is a one person. There are a lot of Supreme Court judges. Approximately 34 are there currently. Out of that, one person is heading the apex court. That is Chief Justice of India. He is the chief, most important judge among the Supreme Court judges. So he is heading the Delhi bench. But there should be a regional benches. Regional benches means the sub tribunals or subsidiary courts of Supreme Court itself. They can establish in different cities, Chennai, maybe in southern city, western in Mumbai, or it is already there in Delhi or West Bengal. So they can distribute the benches. That means some Supreme Court judges will go and handle those things. So Chief Justice will obviously be in Delhi, but some judges can be appointed here, and the people whose fundamental rights are violated can directly go to the Supreme Court here. So here we are distributing the justice. The justice is becoming more equality or equity, we can say, based on the regions. So that's why the regional benches getting demand that Supreme Court should come and sit in different places, right? In the major cities at least. Now, what is the backing behind that? We need to know the background also. In the Indian Constitution, there is an Article 130. Article 130 under the Indian Constitution, it says that the seat of the Supreme Court, that is headquarters we can say, Supreme Court seat should be in Delhi. Should be in Delhi. Yes, fine. They have said that. This article, Constitution itself said that Supreme Court seat should be in Delhi, but it also given some exemption or other locations. So it is allowing. It is not like it should not be established anywhere. It is said that it should be in Delhi, but it can be also in different cities, but only when it is designated by the Chief Justice of India. So Chief Justice of India has to give approval to establish regional benches by taking approval from the President, right? So he has to take the permission before establishing different benches in the India. It should be taken permission from the President and they can establish. The Chief Justice can give approval to establish the regional benches, right? But till now, since independence, we do not have any regional bench of Supreme Court across India, right? So till now, but there is a demand. Then why there is a demand? Why many people are asking that we should establish a bench at a different locations? Long way for outsiders. If you are a person from Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, and you want to go to Supreme Court because your fundamental right is violated, right? So see, this is, you may assume that why will I go to Supreme Court? I can file in the local court itself. No. See, unless you face the situation, you will not know the importance of the justice. Justice is the most and the very important part of democracy, right? So people cannot go to the local benches. It will keep delaying for months and months, right? So that's why they want to directly go to the Supreme Court, right? There are such examples. It is very long way. They need to reach out to the Delhi and it's very complex process. So that's why, and then expensive, of course. When any petitioner want to reach out to the Supreme Court, it is very expensive. They need to talk to some senior lawyers, right? And then they travel, they need to give accommodation. It is a very expensive process. So the people will not be interested to take this thing because the poverty is there, the amount that we earn is not very high, unlike the top 1 to 5% rich people in India, right? And then ignored, unprivileged. They are completely ignoring it. They are not considering the unprivileged. What about the poor person whose fundamental right has violated? How can he reach, or he or she can reach to the Delhi? They are ignoring the unprivileged. And then burden on pendency. So as there is only one Supreme Court and everyone will reach out to the same Supreme Court, there is a pile up of cases in India, right? So it's very difficult to clear them and it keeps taking a lot of time. Because of these issues, there was a high demand for establishing the regional benches across India, right? So that is about the regional benches of Supreme Court, right? Next one, Asha workers. There was an article in the Hindu last page that Asha workers are underpaid. What the work they are doing is not being paid with the sufficient amount of salary, and also they are facing lot of issues such as anemia and then non-communicable diseases like heart attacks, BP, sugar. So these things being faced by the Asha workers, so nobody is considering their work, even though they are round and round working for at the local level, right? So that's why we have taken this article. Now, who are Asha workers? Accredited social health activist. Accredited social health activist, Asha worker. So these are the workers established under National Rural Health Mission 2006. So when they came into the picture, in 2006 under National Rural Health Mission. There was a scheme launched by the government, National Rural Health Mission. Under that scheme, they have mentioned that Asha workers will be helping at the rural level to tackle the health, right? So this is the provision that is important, and it is an all-female cadre. No male member will be presented in the Asha workers, only females are recruited under the Asha workers. This is also very, very important point. And what is their duty? They are working specifically related to the health sector, okay? Health sector, they are specifically working, no other duty, but specifically at the woman, child health. So all these things at the rural level, local level, they are working for the health, right? To bring awareness, to keep the quality health among the people. So that is their duty, right? There is one more thing you may confuse with. There are Anganwadi workers who are a little bit different from the Asha workers. You should not confuse. These Anganwadi workers are established under Integrated Child Development Scheme of 1984. They are much older, right? So it was established under Integrated Child Development Scheme, and their duties are diversified. Unlike Asha workers who are working specifically in health sector, these Anganwadi workers has a broader duty. That means they work for child education and then health and the cleanliness at the houses. So all the things at the local level will be taken care. Okay, this is the this is the duty. There is a broader criteria to promote education, right, among the children at the local level, and then providing nutrition support ideas to the pregnant women. So they have a broader criteria when compared to the Asha workers. So this is the difference. Next article, Guinea worm disease. Guinea worm disease. This is also taken from Hindu. So our world is going to eradicate the Guinea worm disease completely. In the next coming 1 year, our world is going to completely, almost we came to the finish line to eliminate this disease. That's what it was reported. Now we need to know about this disease. That will come in the exam. Guinea worm disease. This is, spread, or this is, before that we will see one more thing. This is also called as fiery serpent in the ancient times. They may directly give this name and ask what is this, right? So it is nothing but Guinea worm disease, which is also called as fiery serpent in the old days. It is caused by Guinea worm. Okay, so you can see here there is a snake, small snake like elements, like worms, we can say earthworms we have, right? Similarly, there are worms which can cause this disease, right? It is caused by worms, not virus, bacteria, something they may ask. These are caused by the worms. And what it will cause? It will cause a painful blisters. Blisters means a bump on the skin. So you can see here, right? Yes, here you can see. So they cause bumps. And how it is spread? That is important for our exam. They can spread when the wound when we contact to the water. For example, there is a blister for a person. So if he or she contact to the water, then this worm will grow a bigger size and it will generate more worms. And if someone drinks those waters, or even gets contact with that water, these worms will enter into the human body and then create the blisters on the human body, right? So this is the method of spreading the disease. it causes intense pain, and then there is no drug at all. This is very important. There is no drug, there is no medicine, there is no vaccination. Only thing, there are certain preventive measures. We need to take care of cleanliness and then heating the water, something like that. There are preventive methods, but there is no drug, no medicine, no vaccination. Anyway, the good thing is that as of 2021, only 5 countries are affected by disease. Almost all other 200 countries has eliminated it, and all the countries are in Africa: Mali, Chad, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Angola. So these are the 5 countries which are experiencing this disease as of 2021. Okay, WHO reported today, the Hindu reported this, as of 1980s, in 1980s, before 40 years, there were around 3.5 million, that means 35 lakh crores of such cases of this Guinea disease, worm disease. But now, as of 2023, there are just 6 cases, which is a very good thing, isn't it? It feels very happy that almost we were able to eliminate it. 3.5 millions to 6 cases in 2023. And India has eliminated this Guinea worm disease in 1990s, late 1990s itself. So they may ask in the statement based, India does not have any single case, or India has completely eliminated. Yes, India has completely eliminated the disease in way back in 1980s. Right? So that is about the Guinea worm disease. Next one is BrahMos missile. Center has approved to buy 200 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles. I will explain you what is BrahMos and supersonic cruise. All those terminologies I will explain, no need to worry. But yes, the context is this: 200 BrahMos supersonic missiles has been approved for Indian Navy with the cost of 19,000 crores. 19,000 crores has been allocated to deploy BrahMos missiles of 200. Right? What is BrahMos missile? That is important for our exam. It is a joint venture between India and Russia. India and Russia. It is a cruise missile. Cruise missiles means, you can see here, once opened up, they will travel with a much higher speed than sound, and then they will destroy the targets. So cruise missiles, they can travel much higher, fast, like sound. So these are cruise missiles, and their range is 290 kilometers. Very, very important for the exam. So they can travel up to 290 kilometers with the same speed, and they can destroy the targets. So the speed, the maximum speed is 2.8 Mach. Mach means what? Mach means sound speed. So here 2.8 Mach means 2.8 times the speed of sound. 1 Mach means equal to speed of sound. But 2.8 means 2.8 times of the speed of sound. These missiles can travel and destroy the target. So this is important, and then this range is important. And who are conducting? It is a joint venture of India and Russia, not indigenous, developed by India. That is important. And BrahMos name comes from Brahmaputra river. We have a Brahmaputra river in the northeast, right? And then Mos comes from Moskova river in Russia. So it was a combination of 2 river names of Brahmaputra and Moskova. It is a 2-stage. Yesterday I was discussing about the rocket launch, the cryogenic engine. There are 3 stages. One will come in the first stage, and then second one collapse, and third one will release the satellite. Similarly, this missiles, the cruise missiles, are of 2 stages. They will have a solid propellant, and then there is a ramjet engine which will take the atmosphere oxygen. So it is a 2-stage missile. That is also important for the exam. Okay? Right? Yeah. So that is about the BrahMos missiles. Next one, a few more important facts. It can be launched from multi-platforms. It can be from land, it can be from air, it can be from waterway. So it is a multi-platform. It can be launched from anywhere, right? Using a Tantra truck. So some truck will be there anyway. It can go into any of the regions, water or land or air. It can launch from anywhere, and also it works in both day and night. Even if there is no light during night time, so this can be launched. These all statements will come in the exam. It can be launched from daytime, night time, or it can be launched from land, navy. So anywhere it can be launched, right? It also operates under fire and forget principle. Means once they are fired from the truck, they will go and hit the target. No need of guidance. No need of any human interventions. Once you fire, that's all. It's the end. It will take care of the target, whatever you have fixed. Right? It works under a fire and forget principle, right? This is all facts, very, very important. I hope it is clear now. Any doubts in this? Yeah. So that is about the BrahMos missile, very, very important facts. We have seen what is the context and then what is the features of the BrahMos missiles and who are all involved and what is the capability of this. Then the Durga 2. This is also related to the defense news only. Directionally unrestricted ray gun array. Full form also important if you are writing the lower level of exams like state PSC, SSC, CGL, AEE. Even for engineering services, they have asked full form. If you have seen this year engineering service exam paper 1, the generic studies, they have asked one full form, the 99th question I guess. So it was asked the full form only. So you need to remember the full forms also for exams, right? So even UPSC exams are asking the full form. And unlike civil services, they won't ask like full form. We haven't seen in the last 10-15 years. But yes, engineering services and other state PSCs, they're asking the full form as well. Directionally unrestricted ray gun array, Durga 2. DRDO is preparing to launch this, to test this, not launch actually, to test this technology. I'll tell you what is directionally unrestricted ray gun array, I'll tell you. But just understand the full form and the context, which DRDO is going to prepare or going to test this. So from this itself there is some clue. There is a beam. There is a laser beam. So it is not without laser beam. If you are launching, there may be some discrepancies, but it is giving the exact direction. The laser guns are there. Even you can see in the movies that exactly the laser will go and hit the target, right? And then you can launch the bullet. Similarly, this is also works under the same. It is a 100 kilowatt lightweight directed energy weapon. So directed energy weapon, here the word is key here. Important to understand. Directed energy weapon means before launching the bullet or missile, the energy will guide you. The energy will guide you to accurately locate the location where you want to fire the missile. And once the energy targets that using the beam, then you can fire. So exactly the accuracy will increase. So India is going to test this. The DRDO laser directed missile technology can destroy threats in a speed of light. So like a light speed, this they can immediately with accurate they can destroy the targets, right? So even you might have seen that certain UAV drones are coming from the Pakistan region in the Rajasthan and Gujarat. Border Road Organization and defense, Indian defense, they have already quashed this. But anyway, to enhance the accuracy, India is going to test this technology. I already told you how it works. It will give the exact beams to the targets and then they will launch. And there are also machines in the world where they can target 3-4 locations at a single time. So they can target 3-4 locations and they can launch. So immediately 4 targets will be destroyed. So that also we can test. But as of now, DRDO is at a minimal level to test this technology with a high precision and low cost. Right? It also has high precision and with low cost. So all these facts are important. The next article is Adriatic Sea. Why I have taken this Adriatic Sea? First thing is to make you understand how you need to prepare the maps, and second thing is the context. Recently, India is going to open its first diplomatic mission in Albania capital Tirana. This fact is also important. India is going to launch its first diplomatic mission, the embassy there in Tirana, which is a capital of Albania country. Now, let's understand where the Albania is located. So this is Albania country, and this is the Mediterranean Sea. You can see this is the Mediterranean Sea and this is the Adriatic Sea. So Albania is bordering with the Adriatic Sea, which is located in turn in the Mediterranean Sea. Let's understand what we need to know from the Adriatic Sea. You need to know the cities that is surrounding the Adriatic Sea. So first one is, we will come from here only, Albania, one. Second one, Montenegro. Third one, Bosnia and Herzegovina. So here you can see the small boundary here. This is the small boundary, Bosnia and Herzegovina. So here it is located. There is a small boundary. So you may miss in the exam. Yes, it do have the border here at the very small border. So third country is Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then Albania, Montenegro we have seen. Fourth one is Croatia. Croatia is also city, and then country, and then Slovenia, and finally Italy. See, Italy is having the highest border. So total 5 countries are there, 6 countries are there. Albania, Montenegro, Bosnia, and then Croatia, Slovenia, and Italy. So these are the 6 countries you need to know. Here we have a Adriatic Sea. That's why I have taken this, because Albania is there in news. The last article for today, CBSE is planning, or they are going to test the open book exam for class 9 to 12. Very important. Only for class 9 to 12 students, they are going to test the open book exam, right? So students can take the books and then they can write the exam. So you may be thinking that it is a very easy thing, but questions will not come from the books that usually carried by the student. It is from very open. We will see what is the objective of conducting open books, why they have taken this initiative and all. Just understand the context, and now let's know what actually is open book exam. The name itself is suggesting it will allow the books for the exams. So whatever the exams that we are going to write, they are going to allow. It is already in practice in many universities. They are going to allow you to carry the book. In this, there are 2 types of open book exam. A free type where you can carry any book. They won't tell you any restriction. You can carry any book from anywhere, right? So that is one thing. Second thing is restricted type. That means they will give only certain books to be allowed. Not all the books are allowed, but only certain books are allowed. They will list it down which are all the books can be carried. So there is a free type as well as restricted type. In restricted type, as I said, there will be only specific books, and in the open you can carry any books, right? So unlike the closed book exams, OBEs, that is open book exams, are structured where students has to apply their thinking. Usually, if you are saying that we will be giving questions from this particular topic in the book, so students keep by hearting it. We are not practically understanding what actually is. If you are doing human body, you are not able to visualize where this particular body part is located, how they are performing their role, how all the parts in the body are connected and helping each other. So the practicality, the students are not able to understand, especially in the Indian education system. So this open book exam will make you think, because you cannot by heart. There is no specific book. You need to understand, you need to read, and the questions also will not be framed in a mechanical manner. Rather, you have to apply your mind. Even after reading the thing, you cannot directly copy paste. That will not be possible. You just need to understand, and then you need to apply the knowledge. That's how it will work. So that's why the government is testing to promote the comprehensive understanding of the subject from the students, right? So that is the aim. And then why they are taking this? As I said, National Education Policy 2020, you all know, even though it does not mention any open book exam, but it does mention that we need to enhance the thinking and capabilities of the students rather than rote learning. That's why CBSE is going to take up this in the next coming few years. They are going to test, and it will be applied to all the classes in the coming years, right? So that is the mechanism. Finally, there are 2 factual pointers which we need to remember for the exam. Madhya Pradesh government has started bagless school policy. So the students will not carry any bags. Just that there will be some books which will already be available in the schools. They are not going to carry any books, right? You might have seen in social media that students are carrying this much bag. Their weight is 15 kgs, but and the bag that they are carrying is also 15 kgs. So that is hampering the health of the students. So Madhya Pradesh has come up with the no bag less school policy. And then first turtle conservation reserve in Uttar Pradesh is going to be set up. So first turtle conservation reserve on which river? Sarju river, which is a tributary of Gagra river. Gagra river is in turn a tributary of Ganga river, right? So on this river, Sarju river, need to remember this, they are going to start the first turtle conservation reserve. Okay, so turtle is, you know, like tortoise, similar to the tortoise. So they are going to conserve those. That's what the 2 facts for our exam. Now we have come up for the final session or final level, that is practice questions. Let's see who will answer this. There is a very easy questions today. There is not too much application, rather factual one. First question, I hope you are ready. Yeah. First question, which one of the following statement is incorrect about bird flu? So we have discussed bird flu. They are asking which are all the incorrect statements, or which one among the four is incorrect. Bird flu is also known as avian influenza. That is the first statement. It is caused by H5N1 virus. That is the second statement. It is a non-communicable disease. That is the third statement. It can be transmitted to human beings. This is the fourth statement. So what is the answer for this? Anyone? Anyone? 1C. Very good, Malini. Yes, it is a not non-communicable. It is a communicable disease. That means it can spread. Non-communicable means like diabetes, heart attack. These are all not able to spread from one place to other place. So this is a wrong. So answer is C. Yes, Rambabu, you are correct. The answer is C, because rest of the statements are correct. Avian influenza and then H5N1. It can be transmitted to human beings as well. But human to human is not possible. It is just, it can be experienced by humans. Right? Next question. Regional benches of Supreme Court can be set up under the provisions mentioned by. So regional benches can be set up by Supreme Court mentioned under the provisions of. So they are asking which article has mentioned about the regional benches. Article 143, 136, 130 and 119. Anyone? 143, 136, 130 and 119. We have discussed this. We do have discussed this, right? So not 143 we have discussed, we have not discussed this at all. 142 we have discussed yesterday, that it is a discretion, complete doing justice, they can launch. So this is not the article. And then I did not get any answer. Are you confused? Because we have discussed this. Not article 119, article 136, it is article 130. I have discussed this point. Yes, C is correct again, Rambabu. We have discussed that this article has said that the Supreme Court bench should be located in Delhi or any other places decided by the Chief Justice of India with the permission from President, right? So article 130 is correct. Next one, accredited social health activists, ASHA workers were constituted under which provision, which scheme? Integrated Child Development Scheme, National Rural Health Mission, Universal Humanization Program, Janani Suraksha Yojana. So out of these four, what are all the schemes that ASHA workers were being constituted? This also we have discussed, right? So I'm waiting for your answer. Okay. So not Janani Suraksha or Humanization Program, you may confuse between these two. National Rural Health Mission was established, ASHA workers were established under National Rural Health Mission. Yes, Malini, you are correct. It was established under National Rural Health Mission. And Anganwadi workers were established under Integrated Child Development Scheme. So this also we have discussed, right? So answer is B. Next question, we have just one more question after this, the final question. Consider the following statements. They are asking about the BrahMos missile. BrahMos is a stealth supersonic cruise missile that can be launched from submarines, ships, aircraft and land. So from anywhere BrahMos can be launched, that's what they are saying. Second statement, it is the world's fastest cruise missile as of now. So any answers for this? First one, yes, it can be launched from anywhere. We have discussed this, and this is also can be reach out to 290 kilometers with the fast of 2.8 Mach, 2.8 times of sound. This is also correct. This is the world's fastest cruise missile till now. So answer is C. Yes, 4 is C, correct, Malini. The last question for today. To which of the following countries does Adriatic Sea shares its boundary? So we have discussed the Adriatic Sea, isn't it? So to which countries it is, bordering? So these are the options. They have given 3, Albania, Serbia, Slovenia. So out of these 3, what are all the countries that are sharing border with the Adriatic Sea? Albania we have seen, right? That is the southernmost, that's why it is there. So at least this should be remembered. And then second statement is Serbia. No, we haven't discussed this at all. Serbia there is no ocean, touch with the Serbia. Slovenia, yes. So answer is C. Fifth one is C. Okay. So this is the session for today. I hope it is helpful. Yes, there is a lot of facts today. You need to remember for the exams. We will try to trim the session less than 1 hour. But yeah, whenever there is some issue based, I need to discuss that, because you need to understand what's going on. As a student, as a citizen of India, you need to know the issue, not just by hearting the facts. You need to understand it. If you are facing any interview, including the civil service or engineering service, they will ask you a lot of current affairs based opinions, right? So try to understand the issues rather than blindly mugging up the facts. Have patience. These days the students are more affiliated to the shorts, right? So they just don't want to spend too much time. But yes, that is also fine. But anyway, if it is relevant for our exams, try to understand it clearly, right? So keep supporting us. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.